Um, it's just a really tough way to end our season. Um, we had probably our best regular season in program history. Broke the school record in wins. Great Atlantic 10 tournament. Swept through that, and it was just it's tough. Obviously, right after 10 minutes after the game, it's tough to think of a lot of good things after a game like that. But I'm eventually going to reflect on what a great group we have. I mean, I've been saying that all season. What a special team that we have. The group of seniors, the leadership. It's one of the best groups I've ever coached in 27, 8 years, whatever it's been coaching. So I'm just really proud of what we did, and it's just obviously tough to take. It would have been, I think last night's game was pretty competitive. We had a chance, and then tonight, today, it's obviously tough comeback. We get home at 2:30 in the morning last night to the hotel. Um, that's certainly not an excuse, but you come back today, and it's just it's a frustrating game. We didn't play as well as we're capable of playing, and I was hoping that it's frustrating because I know how good of a team this is, and I just didn't feel like we played our best baseball in the tournament. Again, it's like I said, 5-10 minutes after the game, it's tough to take.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on your season. Perry White with On the Yard Sports.
Thank you.
I know you said no excuse about last night being able to get back late, but just talk about maybe some of those lingering effects on the team that maybe could have played a part in today, because, it happens.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's a situation where I'm looking out the window all day and not seeing any lightning or rain, and we're pushed back and back and back, and we have to start a game at 11 p.m. That's tough. It would have been tough for us or Dallas Baptist. It's just frustrating we have to play that late. But if we don't play that game, then we have to play doubleheader. Both us and Dallas Baptist have to both play doubleheader today, so that's not an ideal situation either. So there's not a lot you can do. I wish it wasn't that situation. I'm not saying things would be different. They flat out, Little Rock beat us today. They just beat us. Just not much you can do about baseball and weather and lightning, but they came out. They waited around for 7 hours for the game, so it's not like woe is us. We were just later, and luckily the game got pushed back a little bit. But they beat us. They were the better team today.
And my next question is, in this ever-changing world of NIL, the transfer portal, you have built the program at Rhode Island. What has that process been like building this program, and where do you go from here?
Well, we want to continue to build. I mean, we're not a school that has the luxury of giving NIL. We have to get tough, competitive Northeast kids that love to play baseball. And, with our situation, with the transfer portal and things like that, you try to give kids the best experience they can possibly have. And winning is a big part of that. But, nothing has really changed for me as a head coach since this has happened. I don't think a lot of coaches love what's going on with college athletics right now with the transfer portal and NIL. We're not an SEC school, we're not an ACC, we're not a Power 5. We don't have the luxury of doing that. But you hope to put together a situation where your kids love being part of the program, they develop, we win, our kids know that we care about them on and off the field, and I believe they do know that. And they, when you have a great player, we have some unbelievable seniors on our team that could have played anywhere in the country, but they chose to stay at URI because they love their friends. This is their best friends. They love the situation. They love this, just being around the staff and support staff. And that's what you have to try to create at mid-major, because we don't have all the bells and whistles. You got to get tough kids that love to play and treat them well, and hopefully they have a tremendous experience at your school and they want to stay and be part of it.
Scott, Jack Allen, KATV. I was just wondering, I know it's so soon after the season, but what is going to be your big takeaway from this year?
I don't know. Just A-10 champs, so that's like a big part of it. And I just love this team, but have to go into next year and see where we'll be at. I think we've got a good shot at A10 next year too. So, but this was probably the best year of baseball I've ever had. This group of guys, and it was fun.
And then today they kind of came and punched you guys in the mouth early.
Yeah.
What was sort of the conversations like in the dugout there as y'all were trying to claw your way back?
I mean,
in?
honestly, we were fighting back. Like they were scoring 5, we scored 3, whatever it was. But at the end, it just honestly walks killed us, and they had big hits, and they had more big hits than us. I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
This question is for both of you guys. With the success that you had, and I know it's tough for the season to come to an end the way that it did, but for both of you guys, what did you learn in this success this year? Especially like you just said, Coach, being at Rhode Island, you don't have all the bells and whistles, but to find success, what did you find out about yourself as a coach? And what did you find out about yourself as a player to be at a school like Rhode Island?
Well, I'm from Rhode Island, so I wouldn't say it was my dream school, but I always wanted to come here. So I don't know. I love playing for my state, and I love being here. But I probably noticed that, even Power 5 schools, all that, at the end of the game, it's just baseball. Like, we beat Oregon this year. Like, if we had a chance at LSU, maybe win or not win, but we would battle, definitely, I think.
I don't know how much I learned. I don't think I changed a ton. I just think we had such a good group, and I think they were very good at making adjustments. Looking at our offense, we put up astronomical numbers for us. Basically broke every record in school history, literally almost every one. So that was fun and something that I wasn't expecting that. I'm expecting our pitching to be stronger. We lost a couple guys to injury that were really, really important. But it's just, looking at the future and the kind of people we want to bring in, it's just, you got to have some tough kids and gritty kids. And that's a good thing about college baseball, even though, on paper you look at us and an LSU or even at Dallas Baptist and the facilities and money and scholarships and things they have, you would think we'd have no chance at competing. In Oregon, even go out and play Oregon with all the resources they have, like little old Rhode Island with 40 high schools. How is this even possible? That's what's great about college baseball, is that we're capable of going out, being in Oregon, losing another game 1-0, being up in one of the other games in the middle of the game. We've always played a really tough schedule, and that's what I love about college baseball is you don't necessarily have to have all that to be really good. And we just want to recruit great kids who love to play, and this is one of them right here who's as tough as nails and has just improved so much and worked so hard in his career from his freshman year through this year. It took a big step, and a lot of our guys did. And we do lose a lot of our hitters, but we're excited about the group we have coming back and the kids we have coming in, and we expect to compete again for a championship. And the thing I learned is just one thing is just it's having a great attitude every day, coming to the park, and I feel like we do that. Our kids love being around each other, and that's so important for a team. They really care, and it starts from guys like Anthony DePino and Eric Genther and Tristan Levac and Rob Butler and some of these older guys that were just phenomenal leaders that brought this group together to make it, like I said, a special season. It's tough to take right now, but reflecting back, it'll be something super special to look back on.
All right, we're going to let Scott go. Scott, thank you. If you have any more questions for Coach.
Can I take that? All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, as Coach, I just want to ask you, kind of similar to what I asked Scott, just they come out, punch you guys in the mouth. Did that change how kind of the calculus of the game because y'all were playing catch up the whole time?
Yeah, it's tough. They jumped on us early. We fought back with 3 runs right after them. They scored 3 in the 4th. We came back with 4, but we just couldn't stop them basically today. And I talked to our guys right after going to the bottom of the 4th, and we've come back all season. We've been behind. We've hit. Just just keep at it, just keep getting good at bats, and we did, but we just couldn't hold them. We just couldn't hold them from. They just did a really good job offensively, and a couple balls, found holes. Ours didn't. That makes a big difference, but they just did a great job offensively against our pitchers.
Hey, Coach, talk about you and your staff and what the developmental process is like for you and this team and this program.
It's a lot of work. I have great coach staff with Dave Fisher, our pitching coach, Kevin Heiss, who played for me, was my shortstop and captain, and is our hitting coach, did an amazing job with our hitters this year, and Bo Brody, who played for me as well, pitcher, does our ops, and Blaine Litsky, who's a local kid who just joined us. It's just what I love about our staff and our support staff. It's an amazing group. Like, we love to come to work every day. There's never a day where like, oh, we need to come to work, and I think that's always been important to me, and I think we created a culture that that is fun. It's loose, without being too loose, but our guys bust chops all the time. They bust my chops all the time. It's okay. It's just a loose group, but we know when it's time to be serious and do our work and get our stuff done, they're very serious about it. So it's a fine line, but I think, and it starts with, again, guys are like our leaders. I think Anthony DePino has been one of my best leaders I've ever coached, and it's almost, those guys are almost more important than the coaching staff. But it's just a lot of work and effort, and knowing that our guys, our staff, that we care more about them as people than we do as student athletes, and they know our door is always open, and they can talk to us about anything. And like I said before, it's my goal is I want to have every one of our guys leave our program having a great experience. Winning hopefully is a big part of that, but it's about the experience and leaving here and the memories they have. Being on the airplanes, the buses, the hotels, like, these are the best friends they're going to have for the rest of their life, is creating that culture, which I think we have a really good culture of bringing in quality kids who are great teammates. Even some of the kids that, what I'm most proud of is some older guys that didn't play a lot this year, but they were phenomenal teammates. I'm as proud as them as a guy, like a Tristan Levesque and DePino and Hopko and all these guys that put up crazy numbers. Those guys are just as important to our program as the guys that are out there every day doing it. I couldn't be more proud of this team. Again, it's a tough way to end the season. It really is. I wanted to be able to show, in a sense, the country what kind of team we are, and I just don't feel like we quite did it. But it's baseball. You have a couple games. Last night I thought we played okay. Just didn't, left a ton of guys on base. They didn't make mistakes. They hit 3 home runs. And today we just struggled, in a lot of different ways. So it's a frustrating end to an amazing year.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks, guys.